Today we're taking a look at these NFL matches, which are happening on Sunday, August 21st, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Philadelphia Eagles versus Cleveland Browns. The Philadelphia Eagles face the Cleveland Browns for the second preseason game, with both teams entering the season with high expectations. While the Eagles lost their first preseason game 24-21, the team made the playoffs last year and looks to take a big leap after a strong offseason. The Browns, meanwhile, won their first preseason game 24-13 but have a lot of question marks throughout the roster, most notably under center at the quarterback position. Both teams are looking to find answers to key positions throughout the roster, and the upcoming preseason game should be a big one as a result. Our team pick is Cleveland Browns plus 2.5 points. And here is why. Neither team was overwhelming in their opening preseason game of the year and has some things to work out on the depth charts. It will be interesting to see if Brissett gets any work for Cleveland in this contest, seeing that he didn't see the field in the opener, and considering he is the de facto starter with Watson out until December. The Browns have a lot of talent, but there are pieces that are unfamiliar with one another, and they have to figure out something at the wide receiver position. Philadelphia has talent, and we'll see if A.J. Brown gets any reps this week or if he, along with Devonta Smith, will sit it out again. The Eagles are trying to figure out the rest of the depth chart, but someone has to step up. In the end, Cleveland is talented enough to get the win in a game that ultimately means little. Our total pick is over 36.5 points. Cincinnati Bengals versus New York Giants. The defending AFC champions look to try to rebound in their second preseason game when they take on the New York Giants on Sunday evening. Cincinnati lost their opening game, losing 36-23 to the Arizona Cardinals. The Bengals are coming off a 10-7 season that saw them make an improbable run to the Super Bowl. New York defeated the New England Patriots last week, 23-21. They are looking to rebound after an abysmal 4-13 campaign. New York comes in as the favorite with a spread set at 5.5. The total is set at 38.0. These teams have met 4 times in the regular season since 2008, with the Giants winning 3 of the 4 meetings, including a 19-17 victory in November 2020. Our team pick is Cincinnati Bengals plus 5.5 points. And here is why. Graham Gano kicked a 24-yard field goal as time expired to give the New York Giants a 23-21 victory over the New England Patriots. Gano had a huge contest, hitting all 3 of his field goal attempts, including a 40-yarder. The kicking game was extremely effective in this contest, as Jamie Gillen averaged 48.8 yards per punt in his 4 attempts. The Cincinnati Bengals rallied for 14 points in the fourth quarter, but a 27-point deficit was too much to overcome as they fell to the Arizona Cardinals, 36-23. Jake Browning started at the quarterback position and completed 13 of 24 passes for 190 yards. Drew Pitt came on and completed all 6 pass attempts, including throwing a touchdown. It is understandable that it is only the preseason and no one should be thinking the Bengals' defense is going to be this bad. However, Taylor looked very good at the quarterback position and the Bengals' secondary looked suspect. Plus, New York had a lot of success moving the ball on the ground against New England, and Cincinnati is coming off a game where they yielded 112 yards on the ground to a mediocre Arizona rushing attack. One big concern that has to be addressed in this contest is the number of penalties that both teams took in their first preseason games. Cincinnati was penalized 11 times for 104 yards, while the Giants had 8 penalties for 65 yards. It could get even worse for Cincinnati as the Giants will play their first preseason game at home before a raucous crowd that could disrupt this Bengals offense even more. New York was his game, but not by that many. Our total pick is over 38.5 points. Baltimore Ravens versus Arizona Cardinals. This Sunday, the 1-0 Baltimore Ravens and the 1-0 Arizona Cardinals will play their second preseason game. Both of these teams secured a win in the first week of the preseason, as I am expecting a dogfight in this one. The Ravens are on an unbelievable preseason winning streak, as the Cardinals will be looking to break it. The Baltimore Ravens are coming into this one after a battle with the Tennessee Titans. They ended up winning this game 23-10, as their backups performed at a high level. I don't expect to see Lamar Jackson playing in this game either, as they can't risk injury before the regular season. Mark Andrews will also sit this one out, as only a select few starters will play in this game. The Arizona Cardinals looked unstoppable on the offensive side of the field in the first half against the Bengals. They finished the game with 36 points, as their backups also looked solid. Don't expect to see Kyler Murray much in this one either. He just signed a huge contract and they can't risk getting him hurt. Our team pick is Baltimore Ravens minus 5.5 points. And here is why. I just can't bet against the Ravens in the preseason. They have now won 21 straight preseason games, as they won't lay down for anyone. They will want to win this game, as well. Even without their starters, I still have faith in the Ravens in this one. Tyler Huntley looked great last week and I see him having a huge day against this Arizona secondary. Arizona gave up 277 yards through the air last week, as the Ravens will be able to air it out in this one. I also see the Ravens defense putting more pressure on the Cardinals starting QBs, as they won't be able to pick apart the Baltimore secondary. The Ravens finished last week's game with 3 sacks and 3 turnovers, as they were putting pressure on the Titans throughout that entire game. It didn't matter who was in the game, as they continued to dominate. Baltimore also showed their experience last week, as they went 2-3 in the red zone. They capitalize on their opportunities and they put pressure on their opponents. I don't expect to see either team's stars on the field, and then the Ravens are going to want this more than the Cardinals. Our total pick is under 39 points. On the defensive side of the field, the Cardinals had a few issues. They gave up a ton of yards to the Bengals' backups, as they struggled to stop Cincinnati through the air. The Bengals finished the game with 277 passing yards, as the Arizona secondary continued to give up chunk plays. On the defensive side of the ball, the Ravens looked tough to beat. They completely shut down the Titans' backups last week, as they only allowed 10 points and they looked great against the pass. The Ravens secondary showed that they could stick with anyone and they continued to put pressure on Malik Willis. They also created multiple turnovers, as they forced 3 against the Titans.